Couple of things on today, a couple of tips for you guys. First off, we're going to be doing a mow on the green to give it its first mow after that top dress every day. I've got the Toro here, which I use for bringing things back in after renos or after there's been a bit of sand around the place instead of my John Deere mower. Also going to be prepping the Kikuyu to overseed with some ryegrass for this winter. So I'm going to show you guys the whole process and how that works. Today we're just going to be putting some plant growth regulator out and we're talking about how I prep an area for seeding. So let's just get into it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. So you can see, looking at the green, most of the sand has disappeared. There is a tiny bit of rock in here still, which really sucks. I've pushed it off a few times, but the tiny bit of rock in there, it's tiny stuff, but it could do damage to my John Deere mower. So I'm using the Toro today because that's my old mower. And if we get a couple of dings in the bed knife, we do, but hopefully we don't. The rock's pretty small and fine, so it should be okay, but I'm just not risking using the John Deere today. So we'll give it a cut. It's only been 2 days since I top dressed. So let's just see how it goes, see how much grass we get off. The area does look so much better though, so much more color. It feels so much firmer underfoot, which is a massive difference. If you guys didn't watch the video the other day, this lawn was quite spongy and soft, so I need to firm it up and level out some low spots as well, and basically bring the soil level up, or the sand level up, so that the leaf was shooting from a little bit of a higher point. Anyway, so today we're doing our mow after that top dress. So let's mow it first, and then we'll get to the Kikuyu and talk to you guys about seeding and overseeding. That was the best carve done on the green in ages. It doesn't look like amazing because there's a bit of bruising about, a little bit of brown still showing up from the scalp the other week, but it is starting to get some green shoots in it. But the mower did not float around, it didn't feel spongy underfoot, it feels nice and firm, and it's heaps easier to keep the stripes nice and straight as well because of that. So because we got rid of the sponginess, the mower's not like sort of floating and shifting on top of the grass, which you find happens with Kikuyu, cooch, even happens with ryegrass when it gets a little bit too thick. So it is a good idea to thin it out every now and then, give it a top dress to bring that soil level up a bit, and it's just made a world of difference. Really has. And before when I was walking on it, it would leave shoe prints in there for about 20 seconds, which is way too long. Now it's not leaving shoe prints in here unless you like stay on a spot for ages and put a lot of weight on it, but it bounces back very quickly, so it looks and feels so much better. So top dress was worth it. Definitely glad I used that mower today because we picked up quite a bit of rock and sand, and that bruising is from the mower because one of the sides obviously got a little bit blunt towards the end because of all the sand we were chewing through, which is why it's good to have a renovation mower if you can. If you don't, at home you can just use a rotary mower and do a few mows with your rotary mower to start. Or if you do have to use a cylinder mower, I'd recommend backlapping it afterwards or sending it away to get ground, just so you're getting a nice clean cut afterwards and you're not tearing grass blades and using a blunt mower. So I'll actually probably be able to squeeze my lawn back down to 3 mil now. It's currently at 4 mil. Cut that at 4 today and it'll handle it fine. So I may even take the Toro down to 3, and then once we've pretty much got rid of all the rock in that run anyway today, but I'll do another 1 or 2 mows with the Toro and then jump back to the JD after that. But man, it does just look so much better. That excites me. It'll be nice to come down and mow this again. I was getting a little bit frustrated with that sponginess and mowing. So you guys haven't seen the Kike for a while. Looking pretty nasty. Haven't put much time into it this year. Haven't watered it much, to be honest, because I've been focused on the green and the tiff tough. But this winter, I really want to oversow this with some ryegrass to show you guys how the process works. I think it'll be a good little project too, to do over the cooler months. It's something I can just keep mowing alongside the green as well, because the tiff tough will check out come May. It'll probably stop growing from there on in. So we're going to do this area here. So let's talk about what I'm going to do today, and things I'm going to do leading up in preparation for seeding this area next week. So the first thing that we're going to do is put some plant growth regulator out. So some Primo Max, which I'll apply in a minute. The reason we're going to put that out is because it's going to slow the growth of our Kikuyu and give our ryegrass a fighting chance to get ahead of the growth of this Kikuyu. Now the Kikuyu is probably going to check out growing that much probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks anyway here in Orange. It'll still grow, but it'll slow down like crazy and the ryegrass will take over pretty dang quickly. So we're going to do that. Next step is a day or two before we put our seed out. I'm actually going to scalp this area back nice and low. So do the PGR the week before so it actually kicks in. If I did it the day of or the day before, it wouldn't have kicked in and we'd still get some growth coming through. So next week, 2 days before, we'll scalp this area down. Now I would scarify it if it was really, really thick and there was no way that seed was going to get down to the soil, but this here is quite thin. A scalp will really help get rid of most of this, and there'll be enough of the canopy left that when I seed into it, the seed actually won't wash away in a storm. It'll stick in there unless we get like a stupid, ridiculous storm, but it'll stay in there, and then we would top dress over top of that on seeding day after we spread our seed out, which will just help retain some moisture in the area. You don't have to top dress if you don't want to, but I'm just going to do it to be more of a safeguard to really help retain some moisture in there. Now, if your lawn is super thick, like I said, make sure you scarify it, even if it's only a light one. Don't go way too heavy because it will struggle to come back in the springtime because ryegrass can sort of thin out the canopy of your couch grass or your Kikuyu or even your zoysia as well. So do be aware of that. And obviously we're going to spray this out come springtime as well so the ryegrass doesn't start to eat out the Kikuyu as well. So we'll put something out like some lawn row come springtime. But honestly, that's all there really is to it. I'll show you guys a lot of the process next week though, but today I just want to get my plant growth regulator out, get a head start on it. Hopefully you guys can follow along in this journey too if you want to do this, and we'll talk about the products we use along the way and how we're going to get that seed to thrive really, really well in the coming weeks. But let's just get this plant growth regulator out. So this is the product we're using here today, which is Primo Max. So this is going to slow down the growth of our grass. Now, generally for the season, you would use this if you want to stop your lawn growing like crazy, and you apply it every 3 to 4 weeks. If it's really, really hot, every 2 weeks. Now, all the rates for the different grass types are on the label here today. We're going quite a high rate. We're going to go 40 mil per 100 square meters, just because I really want to suppress the growth on this area here. And I'm not really worried about it coming back. Not that it's going to kill it or anything, but it's just going to slow it down like crazy, which will be awesome for our ryegrass seed. Now, I put 4 litres of water per 100 square meters with the product included on top of that, and go over in 2 directions. But yeah, you can find this on my website, lawntips.net, but let's just get it out. Prep's all nearly done for this area, just obviously the scalp next week, and then we're ready to seed, which is awesome. I'm excited for this project, excited to see the green move along. This winter, going to be some tea construction, going to be some more irrigation laid, a lot more going on, so I'm looking forward to it. It should be good. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you very soon.